Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to make a quick video kind of summarizing a day I had yesterday. It was kind of a funny day. I knew I had this movie coming up. It's called The Sound of Freedom, and it was kind of relaxing. Didn't have much going on. So a couple hours before, I was watching a movie that was just released on Amazon Prime, and the movie's called A Star Is Born. Now, it's not a new movie or anything. It's been out for a while. It premiered, and so I decided to watch it. So I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes a lot lately, I've been finding a lot of parallels just between like a lot of the secular world and my philosophy and in my faith, and not necessarily parallels where they're exactly the same, but they're running along the same lines, almost like the secular world is just trying to point you in the right direction without pointing you to God or to pointing you towards Jesus, which of course is their MO, because they want you to be, the world wants you to be in the world. They don't want you to turn to Jesus. They don't want you to believe in God. But in this movie, I found some parallels, and one of them was, there's a point in the movie where the girl is kind of hesitant to go on stage and sing this song that's going to eventually make her a massive star. But she's actually sitting there, and he's like, I'm going to sing it anyway. So, it's your time to shine. So right now, my season, I kind of feel like that I'm in that season, that I'm, God's putting me in this position, to make these videos, to spread the word, to be active on social media for God and for Jesus Christ. And basically, when she goes out, she takes that step onto the stage and she sings her part. She's petrified. And so she just goes for it. She gets in front of the mic, and then she just belts out this amazing sound from her voice, this amazing song. And, got me a little emotional. I teared up a little bit, because I'm thinking, that's what God does to us. That's what He wants. He wants us to take that first step into a leap of faith in Him. And I feel that's where He's calling. He's like, hey, here's your chance to shine for me, to do things for my glory, and here it is. So He goes, I'm going to do it regardless, but here it is. And then once she started singing those lyrics, she had these lyrics, and I guess He added to them, but they were talking about, He's, are you happy in this modern world? And He's, are you looking for more? I'm trying to think of what else they say. But then, He said, are you longing for more? And then she goes on to her part, and she says, are you looking for something else? And then she starts saying, are you tired of being so hardcore? And that's true with a lot of us. We try to just keep it all in, and it kind of eats at us. And then they talk about being in the good times and still wanting, still longing for something else. And then they talk about, in the bad times, they fear themselves. And just to be honest, I feel that, because in those times when I was at my worst, I feared myself. I scared myself sometimes, just being overcome by like darkness, or being bold to do things that I would never do, that was outside of my character, and things like that. And thank God for always calling to me. But then now, I'm here and doing it for His glory. And the other part I want to talk about is this movie that I saw last night. This movie, it's called The Sound of Freedom. And I knew it was going to be a tough movie to watch just because, I'm a father of 2 girls, and that's like an unimaginable thing, having them abducted or missing and not knowing what's going to happen or where to even look for them, or I honestly don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I would do mentally, physically. I'm sure I wouldn't lay down and die, that's just not me. But would I leave my life behind and go looking for them? Probably, but who's really to say? But this movie, I knew it was going to be tough, and I have to honestly say, like, halfway through the movie, it was just like so tense. You just like feel the tension in the air in the movie theater, and everyone's just like on edge and like kind of grasping their seats or clenching their fists. My friend went with me, and she was through the whole time, the whole time of the, kind of tense parts, she had her arms crossed and she was like really tight. So I had to like kind of like try to loosen the mood and pull her arms away. I'm like, hey, yeah, but you just feel something. And the funny thing is, even though it's a movie, it's based on a true story, and being on social media, you see like people are missing, it's not always where you see them, oh, we found them, or that even they're alive, but it's tough. But this movie, I really, really suggest you see it if you can. Normally I take my mom to go see some of these things, but I knew she wouldn't be able to handle it because it's really tough stuff. And I didn't want to, I didn't want to push her to go. So I went with a friend who was okay with going to see it. And I'm glad I did. And as always, those Angel Studios, they have a pay it forward feature. So I'm going to donate to have some people go see it that wouldn't otherwise be able to go to the movies. And if you can too, I would suggest that you go to their site and you pay it forward. You can even go on the site and pay it forward for some of the shows, like The Chosen, things like that. And this is not a sponsorship, but I do love their content. I do love their content, and I think about The Chosen is, while it's not to take place of like an actual Bible study or reading the Bible or commentaries or anything like that, studying the Bible is the main way to get God's word, but it's an entertaining way to kind of like add depth to some of the characters in the Bible that you otherwise really don't get unless you like read a book on them. You get personalities, you get perspective you wouldn't get normally through just reading the Bible. You hear certain things, like you hear about Peter and what he did and things like that, but then when you actually see him and see that he could be a certain way, or that he was probably had certain traits or characteristics, it just adds a depth to it. It adds humanity, like to them. There's one point in the series where they're all kind of bickering, and in the Bible you read and you don't think that they're probably they bickered a lot, and that, you know, that they're the 12 disciples, and that they're not gonna, you know, that they're holy or whatever, and they're not gonna, you know, do that. But just knowing humans, you know, you think about it, you're like, yeah, they probably were bickering, because I bicker with some people myself all the time, you know, or there's certain people that I just, you know, I love them, but we're always like kind of, you know, we never agree on anything. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to jump on here real quick because I had some thoughts that I couldn't really process last night because it was kind of late when I got home. The movie's a couple hours long, maybe 2.5 hours. So when I got home, I was ready for bed. But I just wanted to jump on here, kind of share my thoughts, and periodically I'll be coming on here, sharing my own thoughts of things. But other than that, we're gonna get this rolling. We're gonna get this up pretty soon, and be on the lookout for No Breaks Faith. And there's another one I have in the works that it's gonna deal with testimonies. So that one should be cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna be video, but definitely be a podcast. No Breaks Faith is like it says. We're not putting the brakes on. We're just going straight forward. All right. Love you guys. God bless, and see you later.